Hello, and welcome to another episode of Xact Hacks brought to you by Actionable Insights. My name is Seth Harrison, and today I want to talk about note macros. Note macros allow you to save a note within the actual F9 note and quickly load it up when you're in the F9 note screen. Or you can, as I've shown here on the Xact Mate 28 estimate, quickly save a note macro of all your headers and formatting and the organization in the way that you would normally organize your estimate to write it faster. So I'm going to show you a couple things with note macros. First and foremost, I have no line items here. In order to put an F9 note in some fashion, you need to start with a line item. So I'm going to go here and put in water WTR dry. Right here I'm going to click the F9 note and open it up. The first thing I'm going to hit is unclick attach to previous note. Here we're going to have equipment, and I'm going to select it all and press bold. Now the first thing in note macros is right here we have load note and save note. So I'm going to save this bolded header with a greater sign that shows this is a new section. I'm going to save it as equipment header. There it is, so I can close. Now I have this line item by itself, or the F9 note by itself. I'm going to delete the line item just to show ease here. I'm going to open this F9 note up by double clicking. As you can see, it's not attached. I'm going to add a new one, and to show you I can now load the note, and I have equipment header equipment, and it automatically puts it like there. If I wanted to bold it like the other ones, I would right click the notes after selecting them, line edit options, and bold. So there's also, you can see spaces in between these. How do we do this? This is an easy way for us to estimate. I'm going to or show the organization within our estimate. I'm going to use the demo activities here, double click it. I'm going to add, and I'm going to put a period. I'm going to close it, and you'll see just a note with a period. If you're actually looking at an estimate, if it's getting faxed or something like that, it's a little blurry, you may not see it. But for professionality's sake, I'm going to go back in and delete the period, and now I just have a space there. For ease of understanding, I'm going to delete that second equipment. So I've already saved a note macro within the note, and I can quickly just load it up anytime if I wanted to add that note. This is for formatting organization, but if you have a typical statement or phrase that you use to defend a line item or justify a line item of why you've included it, you can save those that prose, that language for that line item in these note templates within the actual F9 note screen. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight and select all of these. And I'm going to right click anywhere but right here, and you'll see other options, save macro right here. Now, what is the code? What do I want to call this? I'm going to call this mitigation headers, and the description is bolded headers for organization of MIT invoices. Now, the three tags here, line item customizations. We don't have any actual line items in this macro, so it's not going to be applicable here. Personal is, do I want this to be for my own user, just for me? If I'm on a network install of X28, do I want everybody to have access to this, this macro that I'm saving? And certainly we want to click include attached notes. These are all F9 notes standalone in their own ways. So I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to delete all of these, and they're all gone. So how do I get them back via this note macro that we just saved? I'm going to right click and come down to other options, and you'll see retrieve macro. You hopefully can see it. At the very bottom of the other options is retrieve macro. And you'll see I have the typical electrical, HVAC, insulation, plumbing macros that are there. And then I have this mitigation headers, bolded headers for organization of invoices. And I can search for these and say bolded headers. Oh, there's my bolded headers one. To make it faster if you have a ton of macros in there that you've accumulated throughout your career. So I'm going to select the mitigation headers, press OK, boom. It saved the actual bolded headed line item, F9 notes as standalones with these spaces in between, so I can quickly start any mitigation invoice that I'm using by using these activities or using these F9 notes that were saved in a note macro. A lot of ways that you can speed up your estimate writing by using note macros. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next Thursday with another Xact Hack.
Nice one.